just looking at that game last night, that's a game that probably win 8 or 9 times, just the way you guys played and outshot them, I guess. How do you kind of look at that game and say, okay, that just happens, you move on type thing?
I think you just look at it a little bit this morning like we did. Look at the video. You got to be happy with how we came out in the third. Battled back from a 2-goal deficit. Got a point. Gave ourselves at another point there in overtime and shootout. And you kind of move on.
I know a lot of people, like, when you're playing well, people think, oh, this is the greatest team ever. When you lose a couple, then the bottom's falling out, I guess. How do you guys, it's about staying even keel, things like that, but how do you guys kind of look at that and say, hey, it's just one game?
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten lots of points out of our recent stretch here, so I can't really say that we're too down or depressed that haven't been paying attention to the media or anything either, so I can't really say what everyone's saying. But in the dressing room, we know how we need to play. We've played that way recently in order to have success, and that's what we're trying to get to.
Eric, you're 1 for 3 in career in shootouts. Did you think last night, once it got to 5 shooters and you scored a goal in the game, that you might tap you on the shoulder?
Yeah, maybe. Might be up there in the next 5 to 10 shooters, maybe. That's a good question. I think it was the dad's trip in Calgary is the one I scored, and we were in Minnesota, and yeah, it's been a while, a few years, yeah.
They don't obviously you've taken 3 in your career. So
Yeah, and 1 in my second game in the NHL to hit the post, so that one didn't count. But yeah, maybe the next few, yeah.
Verge of another double-digit goal season for you. The next one's going to be 10. I mean, pretty consistent. You got to be proud of that.
Yeah, that's something I strive for every year, is to be consistent. And I think that this year I've definitely felt like I've had that consistent, not necessarily points, but just playing well. And I think that's important for our bottom 6 to have guys like that are not just contributing, but playing well on a consistent basis.
Games in overtime. The Oilers really didn't get to an overtime till middle of November, but some of the other teams are racking up points, 2 points in overtime. Do you ever look at that, like LA and Vegas are 1-8? You've thrown games away where you've only got the 1 loser point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we obviously think that. Frustrating a little bit in that regard, but it's such a crapshoot almost. You never really know how it can go. It's a little bit of luck in there. So, yeah, those are just points that we got to make up here in the home stretch.
Do you see the overtime being a little different? Because early on it was like just back and forth like pond hockey type thing, and now it just looks like it's more methodical and keep the puck and don't give it away. And
yeah.
It's a little. It seems more strategic, I guess, than it was earlier on.
Very much so. Yeah, it's very much a chess match out there. I think that I've watched some other teams in overtime. It seems like it's more free-flowing chances, give up a chance and get a chance. But I think with our guys, the other team usually tries to lock it down pretty well and just manage the puck and try not to give up any chances. And it's probably smart of them. Our guys can be pretty deadly.